Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today we're going to use clusters as page flips for our junk journal. But first let's have our shout out to Lorraine, Catherine, Rachel, Julie, Sherry, Marie, Paula, Shirley, Sabin, and Kelly. I appreciate each and every one of you. I have some things right here that I've gathered together. I thought they would be nice for a cluster, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to make page clusters with a flip. So I'm going to just set these over to the side here. Excuse my fingers if they're kind of inky, because I have been working on making quite a few of these, because we're going to put them into, or I'm going to show you how I'm going to put them into a signature. And then in the next video, we're going to put it all together in a junk journal. So this paper, I'm going to have to look and see where this paper came from. I'm not positive. I will look and see if I can find who this is from. I have gone ahead and coffee dyed the back. So that's what this little coffee dyeing right here and over here, that's just some that was on my glass mat when I turned it over to paint it with the coffee. And I like that look a lot. So I have my little tear ruler that we made together quite a long time ago, and there is a video on how to make it, as if anyone is interested in making themselves a tear ruler. The cost is the cost of a plastic ruler. That's all it would cost you. All right, so I'm going to tear the border off of my paper here. So I'm just lining this up. Now I have turned down my white noise machine. I had someone say they were having a hard time hearing me. Now, the dogs have just barked, so when I listen to this back, if I'm hearing too much of that dog barking, I'm going to have to turn it back up, because that's why I have my white noise machine on in the first place, is mainly because of the dogs. So I would much rather hear white noise than barking dogs, if you know what I mean. All right, so we're just taking the border off. Now, if you print borderless, obviously you don't have to do that. I'm going to throw away these pieces here. Now, it will depend on the size of your journaling pages. So I have already prepped my journaling pages, and they are this size right here. So that being said, you're going to make your little clusters fit obviously inside the journal, right? You don't want it sticking out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rip it right here. So hopefully this is, let's see, hopefully, I'm hoping that white noise machine is not allowing all that howling to come through. So I'm just going to rip it just like that. Okay, and then let's see here. Let's rip it down. I might have to go tell those dogs to be quiet. I don't know what they're barking at. A leaf. I don't know. Something. All right, so we've got our little piece here. So here's my little piece, and here's my page. It's going to fit in just fine here. Obviously, it wouldn't fit this way, but it will fit this way. So the next thing I want to do, I'm going to slip this back over here. Now, obviously, you can get lots of different pages out of your one page here. You could even make a little small one right here. You could cut this again and have some more pages. It just kind of depends. Now, putting this all together, I've got different colors, and I'm going to mix them together. That's just what I'm going to do with this one. It's going to be kind of eclectic, all mixed together. So I want to put a fold right here on the side, and it's going to be about a ½ inch fold, something like that. It's not really a large fold, but I do need to fold it because that is going to be our flip. Okay, this is light, just it's not lightweight, but it's just copy weight paper that I've printed on. Now I am going to ink this up very quickly here. So this is Vintage Photo, and I'm just going to run my sponge right over the edge here, and the edge here, and the edge right here. Now, I didn't do the back because my pages, my individual pages that I'm putting into my signature are not inked. I did not ink the pages, but I did ink my little clusters that I made. All right. So I just went ahead and rounded those corners just a little bit because my pages in my junk journal that we're making together here are rounded. So we've got that. Now let's bring back in what I had selected that maybe we could use. I thought this was really pretty. It's a little scrap from a Roxy's Creation paper, you know, a digital that she had. I'm not sure exactly. I just grabbed some stuff. I didn't even try laying it down to see what it might look like. But okay, I can see it coming together. So let's go ahead, and I think what I'd like to do is lay this down first. Now I've noticed that I don't have my hot glue gun plugged in, and I do have some fabric here that I'm going to need to put down with my hot glue. So I'm going to go ahead and get my hot glue gun plugged in. All right, so it's plugged in. It's not ready yet, but we're not ready for it yet either. So I did not glue these edges down because I really thought that I would like to maybe stick a little bit of this beautiful pink doily around. Maybe just a little bit. Let's see if I can get it in here. Okay, it will be fine right there. So let's go ahead and add some glue onto here and stick it in underneath. It's hanging over just a little bit, but I guess that's going to be okay. I'm going to get a little wipe here and wipe that off. I'm going to now attach this, adding some of my art glitter glue, still using that, guys. And let's go ahead and add this one. Do I want it down below or up a little bit? Oh, I think I want it up just a little bit. So let's add our glue onto our doily, and we're just going to slip it right in there, maybe just like this. Okay, that'll be fine because I don't need it on my flip. I'm going to have it not on this folded part right here. Let's glue some more of this down. Don't need it raised up anymore right there. So we're gluing that down. And I didn't get it all, so let's get a little bit more here. Okay. All right, so let's see. I have a little bit of music paper. I thought this was really pretty. And I don't think I want that much though. And I kind of liked how it was ripped out of a kind of a page, I guess, the way it was bound. So maybe if we add this right down here, and I'm not sure. I'm just playing around here, guys. I'm just playing around to see how this might all work out. I do have some buttons. What happened to those buttons that I had? Oh, for heaven's sakes. I had the cutest little buttons that I had put thread in. I'm looking everywhere for them, guys. Oh, sure. Let me shut this off just a second. I'm going to look for those buttons. All right, you guys, whether I use the buttons or not, I don't know. I just kind of was on a mission. I had to find out what happened to the buttons. So I put a little bow with some embroidery thread, and I put just a knot in that one. I'm just not sure. I'm thinking maybe right here in the butterfly, and I'm not sure about if I even want to use the wax seal, but oh yeah, maybe right down here. Okay, so I'm kind of liking that. I'm not sure about this. If I remove it, what do I think? Maybe just put that up there like that. That's sweet. All right, so let's do this. Let's glue this little piece of music down first. So let's get this glued down, just like this. And let's get our butterfly glued down. And I think I want it kind of like that. And let's go ahead and glue our button in the middle of our butterfly. I liked how that looked. So let's get that glued down just like that. I'm going to trim this. I don't need all that string on there. And how about a little piece of this, maybe up into to where the music kind of starts. And let's fray this just a little bit. This is just a piece of cotton that I have torn into a strip, and then I have sewn it on my machine. I've pleated it a little bit. Oh yeah, that's really sweet. Let's go ahead and add some glue onto this, and then let's lay this right down here on the bottom. Okay, that looks great. And maybe just a little bit of bling right up there. I'm not even sure. No, that's just too heavy. Maybe a little piece of lace. That's what that needs. All right, I grabbed a little bit of lace. There's this one. That's really pretty. And then there's this one. No, I really like this, and I think I just want a piece of it. So how about if we just cut a little piece and just, yeah, let's just glue it right here at the corner, just like that. Alrighty, very simple. This is a great scrap buster project. And there's our bling. All right, there's a cluster with a little hinge. All right, now I'd like to make another one. I'd like to make a blue one here. Let me move this out of the way, and let me grab my blue. So I've already torn my pages, so they're right here, and I've got some pieces. I don't know what I have that piece there for, but I have my little pieces that I thought would go well. Let's make sure that this is going to fit onto my journaling page. That's going to fit very nicely. Now, I think I might do it this way. So I'm going to decorate this side with my hinge on this side, okay? Because these have words, this paper has words, and I want to keep the words upright. I have a really pretty fussy cut here, and this is from, I do believe it's Digital Collage Club, and I thought it would be nice on here. I have a bow from Shabby Dabby Doodah. I have a number label from JLeeloo, and I have a beautiful frame, and this frame is from Art Smart Craft. Now, the items that I'm using that are digitals, I'm going to list down below so that you will be able to see, and maybe order yourself some if you would like. I have some beautiful blue that I dyed blue music paper, and I thought that I would add this on the side, maybe something like that. So I'm going to tear this right here to fit. I'm going to just ink up the bottom, and what if we just glue it? And I chose to put it on this side versus this side because I want this part of my music to show. I really think that's the fancy part. Okay, so adding my art glitter glue, we're just going to glue down our music onto our page here, maybe something like that. Alrighty, and then I'm thinking of just placing my flowers, my flower bouquet right there. So I'm just going to add my glue and get it stuck down. And I think I want it stuck. Pull it over just a little bit. Okay, maybe something like that. That's good. Just dab it just to get any glue that's seeped out. I've got my number. I've got my bouquet, my bow, I mean. I thought a bow on my bouquet would be cute, but I thought that this frame would be adorable to feature the bee or the wasp or whatever that flying insect is. So I'm going to, because its body is kind of this beautiful blue color, I'm going to highlight that. I think I'm going to add my little bow right there and maybe my label, maybe something like that. I'm not sure. I don't really, my bow's kind of big, so it's kind of covering that up, isn't it? Maybe I could, no, I don't want it on that side. I might have to do it like that. I'll maybe turn it more. There, that would work. So before I move this, I'm going to actually just add my glue to my bow. I'm going to add my glue to my bow, and I'm going to stick that down onto my label first. So when I pick it up, it's all together. I think that's going to help me place it a little better. It's all together already. I'm just going to place it at kind of an angle like that. All right, I think that's looking cute. Now I've got a little bit of lace, and it's kind of a greeny color. It's not a blue, it's more of a green, but there's so much green in the leaves that I'm thinking, and I have just some dyed cloth fabric here that I have. Okay, maybe the two together. So I'm just going to add my glue right on the top, and I'm going to place my lace right here. Okay, and just let it hang over just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and trim it just like that. I need to put my lid on my glue because that glue dries so fast. And how about if we just add a little bit of the colored fabric right here on this end, just like that. Well, got something dark on that side. We'll just do it on this side, just like that. And I don't know, do I need something down here? Maybe just a tiny piece. And I don't know, I might want to do a tiny piece of lace too. So maybe I should glue my lace onto my little piece of fabric first, kind of like I did the label on the bow, and add that there. So that's on there. So now turn it and see about adding it right here. I think that's going to be just fine. I don't want it over here, do I? No. I don't, no. I want it right down there. Sorry guys, I had to see if I maybe wanted it somewhere else real quick. Let's get this on there, just like that. Now I have a little bit of bling. So how about if we add our bling right up there at the top? I like how that one came together as well. So let's get that on there. Now let me show you what we're going to do with our signature. Move this out of the way. Move this out of the way. Alrighty, so we made this one together, and we made this one together, and then, and this is our signature. And then I made this one. I used one of those little flowers and another little piece of Roxy's creation, this lady, and the label here, and some lace, and just a little bit of this and that. And then this one, I thought this one was really sweet with the forget-me-nots. No, those are pansies. No, those are violets. Yeah, they're violets. I thought that was really sweet with the little flat back pearls there. Then this one's a totally different color, but we're going to put them all together in a journal. Like I said, it's going to be a little eclectic. Then there's one here. So this is similar colors, but yeah, they're different. And then I have one in kind of a tealy color, kind of like my shirt. And we're all going to put these together. Now let me bring in my signature. It's a pretty big signature. It is a lot of pages. I don't even know how many pages it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 20 pages. But we're going to be using a box. And this box has a width right here that is, what is that? I think it's about an inch. So I'm able to put a fairly large signature into this box, right? So we're going to do this in the next video after this one. We're going to get it all together. I'm just going to show you how we're going to use these. So if this is our signature, which I actually want this one to be, I don't like to use thinner pages. I like to use heavier pages on the outside and on the inside. It just has less chance of paper, your holes ripping when you sew. Alrighty, so let's take it in maybe this far, and let's slip this one right here where it is folded, where we put our hinge. We can add it just like that into the signature. And then let's go down a little ways, and maybe let's add this purple one in. So we could add this purple one in just like this, right where it folds. And then let's go ahead and maybe let's add this blue one. Now remember, we put our blue one, the hinge was on the other side. So now that one's going to be like that. And let's add maybe this. Let's grab this pink one that we just made. Let's put this pink one right here on this pink page. Oh my goodness, isn't that going to look great? So when we sew this into our page, now obviously that's going to be a little too big. We're going to have to think about what we're going to do about that. I thought I measured that. I did. I did something wrong because it's sticking out. We're going to have to fix that. Okay, so as you flip through, you'll come up to these little flip clusters, and they'll be part of a page, but they'll be kind of separate than the page because there will be a decoration all to themselves. Now, if you wanted, you could make it into a pocket, but I think a flip is really cool because you've already got the hinge on the page. We're going to have to fix this one. We're going to have to cut it down. We'll fix it. We'll fix it in our next video, guys. I'm not going to worry about it right now. And this one, remember, once it's sewed in, it won't pop out. It'll be on that side. So I absolutely, I love this, and I think it's going to work out wonderful. Once we get all of our pieces in, oh, that's a pretty one on that page, isn't it? All of our little pieces in, and all of our flips, it will be absolutely gorgeous. When we go ahead and we decorate our box and we sew in our signature, it will be absolutely awesome. I hope you stay tuned and join me in the next video to see the progression. But if you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.